Hello students, I am Dr. Aisha Siddiqa, Assistant Professor, Government First Grade College, Tumkur. The present video is for BSc students who are studying chemistry for the 5th semester in Tumkur University for session 16 under natural products. After watching this video, you should be able to understand absolute configuration and conformational structures of glucose. You will also learn structural illustration of fructose in this video. In the previous video, we learned how to determine the configuration of monosaccharides and also the structural elucidation of glucose. Fructose is a compound that occurs along with glucose in cane sugar. It is also found in beet sugar and also in inulin, which is a polysaccharide. And in freeze state, it is found in honey and fruits. Freeze state means as it is alone. Combined state means it is found along with other monosaccharides. It is also known as a fruit sugar because it is found in most of the fruits. Or levulase, it is the sweetest of all the sugars. It is a monosaccharide as well as a ketohexose. Ketohexose is a compound which has a keto group as a functional group containing 6 carbons. Let's come to the structural elucidation of fructose. Elemental analysis shows that the molecular formula of fructose is C6H12O6. The carbon skeleton or the nature of the carbon skeleton is established by treating fructose with hydrogen iodide and red phosphorus. On reduction, it gives 2-iodohexane, which on prolonged heating gives N-hexane, indicating that there is a 6-membered carbon chain in fructose. There is a carbonyl group. Since there are 6 oxygens, once again we can say that the oxygens may be present either in the form of hydroxyl, that is the alcoholic groups, or the carbonyl group, which may be an aldehyde or a ketone or even a carboxylic group. The reaction with concentrated nitric acid gives glycolic acid and tartaric acid, which indicates the presence of a ketonic group here. What happens is fructose is cleaved after the second carbon. That is because there is a keto group present. Most of the time ketones, they will undergo cleavage to give the compounds. Here we get 2 segments, one containing 2 carbons and the other one containing 4 carbons. Glycolic acid is having 2 carbons and tartaric acid 4 carbons, indicating that there is a keto group. This fact was further confirmed by treating fructose with sodium amalgam, which gives sorbitol and mannitol, the alcohols. Position of the keto group can be established by treating fructose with hydrogen cyanide, which forms a cyanohydrin here, as you can see, which undergoes hydrolysis to give the acids. And further, when this is treated with hydrogen iodide and phosphorus, it forms 3-methylhexanoic acid, which indicates that these reactions are possible only if the keto group is present on the carbon 2. So the position of the keto group is fixed on the carbon 2. Further, based on all these reactions, we can say that this could be the structure of fructose. Configuration of fructose. Here, both D-glucose and D-fructose, they form the same kind of osazone with phenylhydrazine. Osazone is a compound that is obtained whenever monosaccharide units are treated with phenylhydrazine and the crystals are obtained. And these crystals are characteristic of individual monosaccharides. It so happens D-glucose and D-fructose give similar osazone, indicating that the molecules are this molecule from carbon 3, 4 and 5 should be similar to that of glucose. Therefore, if we assign the keto group on the second carbon and the rest is a primary functional group which have been proved by the reaction, this is the structure of fructose. This can be called as the open chain structure, but it could not explain certain factors which were observed. It does not give reaction with 2,4-DNP, it doesn't answer Schiff test, and also does not react with sodium bisulfite. Further, the pentaacetyl derivative of fructose does not react with hydroxylamine, indicating the free keto group is not present, or the keto group may be in some other form. Fructose also shows mutarotation, as well as fructose reacts with methanol in presence of dry hydrochloric acid to form two isomeric forms of methyl fructosides. Not one but two isomeric forms of methyl fructoside. These factors could not be explained based on open chain structure of fructose. Hence, in this reaction we can see that the keto group which is present on the second carbon reacts with the carbon, the OH group, that the hydroxy group on the sixth carbon, forming a hemiketal or an internal hemiketal, and that gives rise to two anomeric forms of fructose, that is alpha and the beta form, and a furan. Since furan and this is a 5-membered ring here, we can assign that this could be the structure of fructose. Apart from that one, fructose can also exist in pyranose form also. These are the Hayward structures of fructose. We have two anomers, alpha and the beta anomers. The position of the OH group is different. Here it is on top, this is downwards. Therefore, this is alpha D-fructofuranose and this is beta D-fructofuranose. Let us come to the absolute configuration of glucose. Glucose can be assigned either the DL nomenclature or the RS nomenclature. DL is always referred to as the relative nomenclature. That is because we take glyceraldehyde as the reference, and whatever is D-glyceraldehyde and the structure which is similar to that can be assigned the D configuration, and the L-glyceraldehyde and structures which resemble L-glyceraldehyde are given L configuration. To determine the absolute configuration, we have to have chemical interconversion with the known compound so that we can assign these two easily. The absolute configuration of all monosaccharides is denoted by the configuration at a particular carbon, or what we can call as a stereocenter, which is farthest or away from the anomeric center. I'll show you here. In this Fischer projection, there are two anomeric carbons on the second carbon. These are the anomers. First carbon here after the aldehyde is the anomeric carbon. Here the carbon which is farthest as well as chiral, that is chosen for assigning L and T configuration, that has been indicated by a star in red color. So here if the OH group is on the right side, it is called as D-glucose, and if the OH group is on the left side, it is called as the L-glucose. A similar type of naming is followed even for fructose. Now, absolute configuration is the assigning of R and S configuration. As we all can see, there are 4 chiral carbons in structure of glucose, and it has been assigned as R and R in D-glucose, and this part refers to the D configuration. This is the L, and exactly opposite here S, R, S and S. This is the absolute configuration of glucose. Glucose, since it is having a pyranose ring structure which resembles the cyclohexane, except that one of the carbons have been replaced by oxygens. So this can exist in chair forms. So chair form is the most stable form compared to the board form, and in that also we can have 2 different conformers. One is alpha and the other one is beta. We all can see the OH and the H groups can be assigned or written in axial as well as equatorial position. Of these two, which resemble each other except for this carbon, in this alpha carbon the OH group is axial, whereas here it is equatorial. So we can see that all the bulky groups like OH as well as CH2OH, they are all occupying the equatorial positions in beta D-glucose, indicating that it is the most stable form, or alpha D-glucose is less stable. The questions: write the absolute configuration of glucose. You have to learn the Hayward structures of glucose as well as fructose, and there will be questions on structural elucidation of fructose also, like confirming the nature and position of the keto group, the presence of the ring, or even an open chain structure? These could be the questions on this topic. These are the sum of references which I have for this particular topic. Thank you for watching.